the Shakira Miriam Show. I'm your host, Shakira Miriam. And yes, I look beautiful. Skin is clear. No filter. We in 4K. I mean, not that many people could say that. This is really a rare beauty right here. But let's not get too much into how beautiful I look because we do have a lot to discuss. Okay, so let's get right into it. Today, we are going to be talking about Miss Natalie Reynolds. Now, for those of you who are unaware, Natalie Reynolds is a content creator. I wouldn't really give her the term of social media influencer because she doesn't really influence anything, but she does create content on social media. And her content mainly pertains to rage baiting. Now, for those of you who are unaware, rage baiting is pretty much getting on the internet and doing something super controversial with the intent of just getting people mad. There's no intent to actually solve any issues or have real conversations. It's just to get people upset so you can get some views. That's all it is. Okay? Now, this girl has used many different types of methods to rage bait and to get viral videos off of doing stuff that's crazy on the internet. But recently, she's been targeting the Black community when it comes to her rage baiting content. And she's been doing that by wearing box braids and claiming that she as a white woman has the right to wear box braids because her ancestors were Vikings and Vikings wore braids. Now, of course, this sparks controversy because most Black people would not agree with a white woman wearing braids, and most white people are kind of on the defense where they feel like they can just do whatever they want because they want to feel included. So it creates a conversation back and forth between both races on the internet, and that's how she goes viral, right? And not only does she do that, but she also goes up to Black people in person. She'll go out in public and ask real Black people how they feel about her wearing box braids while she's wearing an African dress. Okay? So she knows that she's culture appropriating. She knows that Vikings never wore box braids. Okay? If you guys watched my last video, I recommend you do. I talked in great detail about, Black women and the history of our hair and Vikings and box braids and Viking braids and all that. I did a whole deep dive, okay? But moral of the story, Vikings, they did not wear box braids, okay? They wore the typical French braids, Dutch braids that most white girls do, okay? Box braids are not meant for white people. I know y'all want to feel included and all that stuff, but box braids, yes, they're cute, but the purpose of box braids is to be a protective style, okay? Them being cute is just the cherry on top, but most Black women really get braids because it's a protective style and it's easy to maintain our hair with it. When you're a white woman wearing box braids, it's probably 10 times harder for you to maintain your hair with them braids because your hair is not meant for that. Braids are literally knotted onto your hair, okay? You have to have thick, coarse, and coily hair for it to actually grip onto the braid. When you have a straight hair texture like white people, you cannot grip braids onto that so easily. And it will pull your hair out because your hair is not strong enough to hold that heavy ass braid. Just saying. So my point in saying all of this is most white girls like this who swear that they have the right to wear box braids and they want to wear braids and blah, blah, blah. They never do it because they genuinely want to wear braids because they know that shit is killing their scalp at the end of the day. No matter how cute they think it is, they know it's killing their scalp. Okay? They know that shit is uncomfortable for them. The only reason they like to do this is because they want to get Black women mad. They just want to get a reaction out of Black women. Simply that. And they know the best way to do that is to culture appropriate a style that we created, a style that we constantly get bashed for, a style that we actually, by the way, had to pass a whole Crown Act just to be accepted in workplaces. They know that we get bashed for wearing the same hairstyles that they would probably get praised for. And they like to see us crash out about that. And I'll be honest, over the years, we've had so many situations with like Bad Baby and Whoa Vicky and other white girls who would get up on the internet and appropriate black culture and mimic black women. And black women would be very vocal about our problem with this. But unfortunately, with us being very vocal, we're also making these people viral as well. And we're making them more rich and giving them more views. So I say this to say, when it comes to women like this, unfortunately, we have to do our best to not engage. Because when you engage, you're just making them richer and you're giving them more views and you're giving them more of a reason to keep going. Now, I know in certain situations you cannot avoid people like this because Natalie Reynolds is psycho and she's a clout chaser. And people who are clout chasers sometimes will do crazy, outlandish things and put people in uncomfortable situations that they cannot escape just so that they can go viral. And unfortunately, Natalie Reynolds has done this to a black woman before, okay? There was a black woman that was walking down the street minding her business, and of course, Natalie, filming her content, goes up to her and says, "Hey, how do you feel about my box braids?" And the black girl told her straight up, "I don't like them." And Natalie proceeded to harass her, follow her, and then she called the police on her. Yeah. So I want to play the clip so we can watch it, so we can see how this girl really went from being an aggressor to playing the victim just because she didn't get the response she wanted from a black woman. A black woman that she's currently appropriating. I mean, I don't know. But let's get into the video so we can watch it and, talk about it.
About my braids. They're ugly as okay, and your braids are ugly. She wanted to say something, but now that I'm behind her... No, it's my opinion.
All because of a hairstyle.
Joseph, what's your last name? Gilsman. H-U.
You know that?
H-U.
No, I have no idea.
So what did she say? She's saying that you guys know each other.
Yes,
You were saying. You said she knows her.
What?
Oh, from the internet.
How do you know?
Oh, no.
She knows her?
From the internet, most
How do
likely.
you know that?
Because
You're assuming?
I'm assuming she knows it from the internet because a lot of her hair, a lot of people are commenting on it. She makes videos about
So
her
you're just
hair.
assuming because she's on the internet, just scroll knows, and that's why she said something?
That's why she came at her hair. Yes, when you're getting like 100 to 200 million views every 2 days.
So you don't know, you're just assuming she's on the internet, just scroll so
We're assuming that she's someone hating on her hair because she gets a lot of hate for her hair. If you go on the internet, you can see all the hate. That's why we assume that.
Are you just that Vicky?
And the reason why I want to talk about this is because this is something that most white women do all the time. They will provoke a black person, specifically black women, because they know this works with black women, especially. They will provoke a black woman. And then once that black woman reacts, they will turn around and play victim because they know that in this society, they're going to choose the white woman over the black woman, no matter how much the white girl is in the wrong. She can literally falsely accuse a person. She could call. We see it all the time. You know, when the Karens will call the police on a black family minding their business in their own neighborhood just because that white racist person thinks that black people shouldn't be in rich areas. And then next thing you know, when they get called out for it and they get held accountable and it goes viral on the internet, they literally start crying and playing victim. And it's a problem. And this is why I say, black women, you have to be careful of the type of white women you surround yourself with. Because one thing about it, most of them will quickly use their white privilege to put you in a dangerous situation just so they don't look as bad as they actually are. You can clearly see in this video, she was following the girl. She was all the way back there by the bushes. And she asked the girl, how you feel about my braids? And the girl said they're ugly as fuck. You asked for an opinion. You got it. You have some nerve as a white woman to be appropriating black culture. Okay? Then getting up and justifying it because your ancestors were Vikings. When you know damn well Vikings did not wear box braids. And you know damn well them box braids are frying your scalp. You know you're uncomfortable as shit. And you have the nerve to do all of that. And then get surprised when a black woman tells you she don't like it? Come on now. Please tell me you're not that dumb. You're not. But you knew that it was going to cause some rage. You knew that because that's what you do. Rage bait. You do stuff that's controversial so you could get people mad. You know it's wrong to be wearing those braids. You know it's disrespectful. But now the black woman is wrong for responding and giving you the opinion you asked for. And then even when she's walking away from you, you're antagonizing her and following her. So at that point, she's getting aggravated because she told you to leave her alone and you keep following her. And she's also with her child. And then when she smacks your phone out of your face because you're recording her without her permission, and that's another thing that's wrong with this whole video, because a lot of these content creators who lack creativity on their own will go out and film content and start recording random strangers just to get some views. And it's pathetic. I'm sorry. Not everybody wants to be recorded. When I'm going to Walmart on a Sunday morning and I got my bonnet on, I do not want to see a content creator with a tripod in my face trying to record me, asking me questions about how I feel about their box braids. So yeah, she had the right to be frustrated. And you to sit up here and play victim, and then later on she calls the police on the girl. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But this is what they do. And this is why I say you can't give this girl attention. I know I'm making a video about her, but I'm making a video to spread awareness that when you see rage baiters like this, you cannot engage with their content. Because they only do it for views and they only do it for attention. And if you don't give them that, and if you show them that you're not fazed, listen, they will stop. And a lot of these white girls who want to get these box braids because they want to make black women upset, I promise you, if you don't give them a reaction and we actually play the game right, they will stop playing with us. Okay? You want to get box braids? Okay. All my black hairstylists, make sure you overcharge every single white girl that sit in your chair. Charge her 3 times what you would charge a black girl. You want to get box braids so bad? Okay. It costs $200 for a wash and dry. Because it's really hard to wash and dry on a white person's scalp when I'm preparing for box braids. It's different than a black girl's. They don't know shit. I'm just saying, if we want to play this game, we're going to play it right. Because they clearly want to play a game. So if y'all want to play a game, we could play it too. Y'all want to get box braids? Cool. We going to tax you every time you get it. And we might not do a good job. We might mess up your parts. We just might. We might have a triangle part right here and a square part right here. I don't know. I'm just saying, black people, y'all gotta think smarter, not harder. Instead of complaining all the time, that's clearly not doing shit. So let's take it into our own hands. Go get them box braids, girl. Go. And I'll make sure to charge you an arm and a leg for it. Just for it to last in your head for probably 2 weeks before it starts falling out and ripping your hair out? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying. Because when you give it attention like this, they continue to keep going and going and going. The only reason she felt comfortable doing this is because she gets so much attention online. that she felt like, you know what, let me take it a step further. Let me keep going. This will get more views. The more she gets mad, the more I get views. That's why we can't react. We can't react. Simple as that. And, you know, this girl is getting her karma anyways because, like I said, she's a clout chaser. So she does a lot of stupid stuff for views. And she also recently dared a homeless woman to jump in a lake. Okay, I'm not going to play the video because I don't know if YouTube is going to mess with that. But she basically offered a homeless woman money if she jumped in a lake. And the homeless woman told her that she can't swim. And Natalie told her that she would come help her get back to the dock or whatever once she jumped in. So the lady jumped in the lake and then she was just floating. Because some people can float, but they can't actually swim. So she was floating. And she kept telling Natalie, I can't swim. I can't swim. And Natalie ran. She ran. She ran. Instead of helping her, she ran. So you dared a homeless woman to jump in a lake. And when she tells you that she can't swim and she could possibly drown, you go and you run. So now she's being crucified for that because, girl, that's a charge. You could be charged with manslaughter because that homeless woman could have died. And all that for what? For some views. For some views. Was it worth it? And this is why I say social media has gotten to a point where so many people are so clout hungry that they forget to be a content creator and to be a successful content creator and actually have a long career in this shit and have a fan base or a support system that really fucks with you. You have to do something that you're truly passionate about. You cannot be doing things that you think is just gonna go viral. Because yes, you will get views for that split second. You will get views for those little videos. But at some point, the clout will die down. And at that point, people will get tired. Clout is pretty much like a one-hit wonder type of thing when it comes to social media. Like, yeah, you'll get a lot of views on a few videos. But after a certain point, those videos hold no value anymore. People are moving on to the next thing that is controversial. And they forgot about you. Because the video actually held no value. All it did was rage bait. And content has to hold value to people for it to actually be something that can last long in social media. Meaning if you're teaching people how to do makeup, that's valuable to people. If you're teaching people about how to style things with fashion, that's valuable. People can use that for their own personal lives. Me, for example, I get up on social media and I talk about my opinions, and I also talk about colorism, texturism, and featureism. That serves a purpose to a lot of people's lives because a lot of people take my advice and use it in their real life when they navigate this world as a dark-skinned person. And a lot of people also listen to my videos to get educated about these topics so that they can walk around in this world more aware of the issues that are going on and how it affects other people that don't look like them. But when you're making videos simply just to get people mad and get views, and it's nothing you're passionate about and it doesn't serve any value either to people, your clout will go away like that. You will be a one-hit wonder like that, and it won't be worth it. And that's the same thing here with Natalie Reynolds. She does so much rage baiting. She doesn't have real content that serves real value to people. So it's like, yeah, you get a lot of views, but at the end of the day, people are just going to move on to the next thing that's controversial once you're done with. So was it really worth it? Because now you might be charged, but you might be going to jail. And once you go to jail, ain't nobody going to be like, oh, I miss Natalie Reynolds' content. Damn, no. People are just going to move on. Now, somebody like Lovely T, if she were to go away, people will be like, damn, I can't watch Lovely T in the morning on my way to work because she serves value to people. People are entertained by her. People actually value her opinion and her take on things. But when it comes to this isn't entertaining. It's not fun. It literally is just rage baiting. So a lot of you people who want to be content creators or you're clout hungry, you got to actually be careful about the type of content you post. And you really got to ask yourself, what am I doing this for? Like, do I want to be a content creator just because I want to be famous? Or do I want to be a content creator because I have a passion about something that I want to share with the world? Because there's a huge difference. And I will tell you right now, the world and social media users, we can always tell the difference. We can always tell when somebody is just a clout chasing motherfucker and when somebody's actually passionate about what they're doing. And that translates into support. Okay? And that also translates into engagement. If you look at certain people's YouTubes or Instagram, you'll notice certain people have more engagement than others. That all plays a part into it. So, to all my black women out there, I really hope that you do not entertain this girl. Please do not entertain her. Do not give her views. Let her go do whatever she want to do. She want to wear box braids. Let her wear box braids, but do not engage, okay? Because I promise you, the more you don't engage, the more she is going to switch gears because she's going to realize that it's not getting attention anymore. She's going to try something else. Maybe she's going to try to upset the Asian community. I don't know. But a lot of people try to do this stuff to go viral. And there's a history of it. Like I said, there's so many white girls. Kim K with the boxer braids. Bad Baby. Alabama, whatever her name is. All these white girls, they will appropriate black culture because they know it will go viral, because they know the black community, specifically black women, will have something to say about it. And they don't care if it's positive or negative, because at the end of the day, good or bad, publicity is publicity. So we can't even, you can't react to this stuff. When you see it, just pass it through your timeline. And I promise you, we will see a change. We will see a change. Okay? I'm telling you, we will see less white people trying to appropriate if we don't give it attention as much. But when we sit up here complain about it so much, they know that it gets us mad, so they want to keep doing it. It's sad that it is that way. You know, it's sad that white people just can't have respect for us, especially after everything that has happened in history. You know, that's the least they could do. But for most of them, it's in their blood to just be very entitled. So I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. For most of them, not all of them. There are white people who do respect, you know, black people and black culture, okay? She doesn't represent all white people. But for the white girls like her, yeah, they do feel very entitled. So, that's it for this video, though. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shakira, aka Shakira Miriam. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, because we almost at 10K. And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, we gotta really, you know what I'm saying? This is, we gotta really get it popping up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to quit my job. Okay, I'm not really trying to quit my job. But, point is, subscribe. It's free. Okay? It takes 2 seconds of your time. And once we get to 10K, it's only up from here. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon. Besos.